Hello, welcome to a mug full of wine and my plan with me for the week of June 6th in my Erin Condren. I finally came up with an idea of how to use my planner, and I made these stickers to go along with my idea. Instead of saying to do, it says done. I also made days of the week headers. I made headers that say eats and headers that say three things. All of this stuff will be explained as I go along. I made some boxes to do flag boxes. I made some 3-box ombre boxes that are, they're bigger than a half box, but they're smaller than a full box. I made these half boxes like you would see in my happy planner for our meals. And I made these pink boxes, and actually the pink boxes are too small. So next week, note to self, make them a little bit wider, maybe longer, who knows. And on this page, these gray boxes are two-tone gray. They're kind of like ombre boxes, but there's just two. I also made these boxes out of gray. My theme was pink and gray, and I found some pink and gray designs, and then I put some quotes on them. And then I took this Argyle because I love Argyle. My second favorite pattern is Argyle, just under Paisley. Paisley is my actual favorite favorite pattern. I'm going to cut these out and, oh wait, nope, first I'm going to show you this washi. I did not use this washi. This stuff is the stuff I bought at IKEA, and I didn't use it, although it would have matched pretty close to perfect. I do, however, use this washi. I got this at the Dollar Tree. It is gray with white polka dots. I used to have a pair of shoes that were gray with white polka dots. I think they were Vans. And this was back in the old days. I'm going to cut these out and come back and start planning. But first, hi, I'm going to show you a look at my last week. Last week I planned, or I decorated, or whatever, just for fun. I did a Memorial Day theme with stickers that I made. I think these were the first stickers that I made for my Erin Condren. I've made stickers for my Happy Planner once before, but these were the first ones I made for Erin Condren, and I loved this layout. I was so proud of it. All week I kept showing people, like, look, I made this, and taking pictures. Look, I made this. So here is my idea that I finally came up with. I decided, instead of doing a planner where I write down things I need to do, I'm going to do a planner that's more like a journal of things I've done. If you watch, you know that I have had at least three, and maybe probably 4 strokes since last May. I had one in May, June, and October, and my neurologist thinks I had one really recent in March. I think it was March. And I forget things all the time. Sometimes I forget something that I did the day before, which is kind of why I made a zone cleaning list in my other planner, because I would have cleaned my stove every single day and thought, well, it's really clean for just cleaning it last week, when really I had cleaned it the day before. So this is going to help me keep track of things like that, like cleaning, or if I'll remember when I got my hair cut, because usually I do that every 6 weeks, but it's been probably close to 2.5 months since I got my hair cut, and because I didn't write it down and I don't remember. Or when I color my hair, I usually color my hair every 5 weeks, and I don't remember when I color my hair, and I'm like, boy, I'm getting gray really fast. I probably am not, well, maybe I am getting gray that fast, but maybe it was that I just don't remember when it was last time I dyed my hair. So this is going to be my done. So I started out at the top with done. I have, instead of a to-do flag, I have I've already done it flags, which I love that way that sounds. Under my I've already done it flags is the gray boxes, the two-tone gray boxes, and that is where I'm going to write down my blood pressure. I take my blood pressure 4 times a day, and I thought I'll write down a couple of them. I take a certain pill 4 times a day, so I take my blood pressure when I take that pill as kind of a reminder, and I'm going to write a couple down, and then when I see my doctors, I can just grab my Erin Condren and take it with me and kind of show, like, well, this is what it was on Monday the 6th, and this is what it was on, the 16th or whatever. And under my blood pressure sticker, I have a header that says eats, and under that I have a half box, and that is where I'm going to write down what we ate for dinner. Um, and I will also add if it was good or if I should pass. That's mostly for new recipes, things the tried and true meals like the old standby or, I don't know, chicken parmesan, which is a big hit. I wouldn't have to write down that we liked it because I know we like it. It's in the rotation. But we had a meal last week. I kept calling them kahuna burgers, big kahuna burgers, but I think they're actually called island burgers. Mackenzie and Tom and I loved them. They were veggie burgers, and they were out of this world delicious. So those would go in the rotation, and I would write that down, put these in the rotation, or these were really good. Under that, I have a box, a header that says 3 things, and under that header, I put the word header makes me laugh because when my son was little, he had a friend named Heather, and he couldn't pronounce his THs, and he used to call her Header. So whenever I say header, I think of Heather. I have a ombre, 3 box ombre box, and every day I'm going to write down 3 things that I'm grateful for that day. I did this back in the mid 90s when Oprah did it, and I actually found that the other day, and it was very interesting to read. It was pretty close to right before Mackenzie was born and then right after, and I sure was grateful for my children back then. I'm still probably very grateful for my children, but that may not be written down every day. There could be other things like, hey, I'm alive and I'm grateful for it. Under my box for my 3 things, I will be putting down another pink box, and it is my money spent box. This box actually needs to be wider. It's too small for my layout, which is a lot of wattage, and I'm going to have to note to self fix that next week. But I'm going to write down when I go grocery shopping how much I spent, or if we go out to dinner how much I spent, which that's one night a week, or if I buy something on Amazon, which is most likely what will be written there. Um, I I like my idea for my Erin Condren. I wasn't overly thrilled with how it turned out, and it's not for any reason except that when I wear my glasses, they make my brain hurt. It's a long story. I can explain it someday if you want to hear it. But putting my glasses on make my brain hurt, and I can only wear them for about 45 seconds to a minute before I end up throwing them across the table or wherever because it feels like someone's hitting my brain with an ice pick. So I have a really hard time cutting out straight lines, and I may just have to break down and buy a silhouette just because I can't. I bought a brand new pair of scissors thinking it would help, but it doesn't help because I can't see, and I can't wear my glasses because it hurts my brain. So I feel like maybe if I had a silhouette, I don't know, it'd cut the lines for me. I don't know. So that's kind of what my plan is for this book is I've come up with a bunch of great themes. I have like Orange is the New Black because it starts streaming next week. Yay! And like beaches and watermelons and globes and maps and boho and ice cream and sushi and blues because I love denim. Um, those are some ideas that I have. I'm going to let you know next week if I like it as I start using it as a planner. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I can't wait to see you again. Have a great week.